That sucks. I guess we're starting. I went to go draw a cute little picture before the stream started, and I tapped my stylus onto my tablet, and it was for some reason my tablet is like it's on a different monitor, so it clicked on a YouTube video on the YouTube page. Yeah, I guess I'll just play the intro real quick. Oh my god, oh my fucking god, oh my god.
It's two finger Tuesdays. Two finger Tuesday. Two finger Tuesday. Finger skate selectors. Two finger Tuesday.
Dude, that song is so good too. Look, see, Che got to draw some fucking shit. These are awesome. This is what I imagine.
Thank you.
You just you look like this.
That is what I look like.
Hello everyone. Welcome to Doodle Bros. Welcome to the second to last stream before I move. So if you're used to me sounding like this with the acoustics in my current living environment, your mind is going to be blown next week. Hopefully we have internet next week.
Oh man.
Alright, I had an idea for what I wanted to have going in the background for this stream. I'll start with some tunes to explain how this works and give people some time to get their shit together. What should we listen to? I keep playing Smash Mouth, but now we're in the part of the stream where it actually matters if it gets muted. So I don't want to play like real music, you know. You know what? I'll play a classic. How about this for now? I know what we're actually going to listen to when it's time. Okay. Welcome to something I never really thought I would do. I tried doing it before and I always got really overwhelmed, so but that was back when I didn't really know what I was doing yet, but now I know what I'm doing. So we're gonna do a little donation commission stream. There's no minimum on how much you need to give. This is kind of just for fun. It's to build some last minute padding funds for the move. Moving's fucking expensive. They don't tell you that.
True. They don't.
They don't tell you that. Don't do anything yet. I'm going to explain how this is going to work. Oh, you got hit with an ad? Okay. Well, I'll wait for the ad break to be over then. I guess I'll do a little...
Good. I'm still setting up my scheduled post for my real commissions.
I'll do a little guy. Look at this dude. Wow, look at this tie. Awesome. He's got a little bit of a big ear, but that's okay.
Oh, and Emmy's here. Happy birthday, Emmy.
It's Emmy's birthday? What the fuck? Happy birthday. Fundraiser stream that just has, 8 minutes of ads every 2 minutes. Every 2 minutes? So there's just like there's a direct non-stop stream of ads. That's funny. No Blue Sky posts. I don't want anybody that I don't know being here for this one. You know what I mean?
True.
This is something special for all the real ones that are already in the Discord. I didn't explain anything. I waited for the ad to be done. Fuckhead. I probably shouldn't be mean to you guys today. So, I'm going to open a text channel in the Discord. And what it's going to be a temporary channel. It's going to get deleted at the end of the day. Well, not deleted. It's just going to get hidden in case we ever decide to do this again. In there, if you would like us to doodle you a little sketchy doodle of whatever it is you want us to draw, put a reference sheet image and a screenshot of you sending money on PayPal to me. In that channel, and then we will draw your little freak. These are gonna be quick. These are gonna be short. Think of this as like an art panel at a convention style. If you've ever been to like a speed drawing panel. Yeah. Like I said, there's no like minimum. It's just whatever people feel like chipping in. I will be splitting it with Chea afterwards, so no one's working for free. Yippee! But my personal infos, well, it's a screenshot that says you sent blank amount to me. There shouldn't be any personal information in there. Yeah. We can post the doodles in the Discord.
Single penny.
Well, McGee, for a single penny, here's what you're gonna get for a single penny. Here's your single penny drawing. There you go. There's your little drawing for a single penny. Alright, I'm gonna go open the channel right now. And then also, if we don't get any, I guess we'll just draw. Because that's also fun.
Yippee! Yeah.
I promise we won't just be sitting here in silence, because I do just want to draw.
Waiting.
Let's see. Duplicate channel. Call this Dono Doodle Hub. Alright. The channel in the Discord is called Dono Doodle Hub. Okay, now let me turn on what I actually wanted to turn on. I'm gonna put it on the OBS window too, so you can watch along with us. I'm gonna turn on 2 hours of how it's made. Oh, yeah, I guess I probably should have put that somewhere, huh? I guess I'll put it in the Discord channel. You could do the donate button if you wanted to. If you want it to show up on screen and make a million emojis pop up, but it doesn't have to be. The link is in the Discord channel. Okay, let me figure out how to get how it's made on the screen. Let's see. Dude, I'm still thinking about how good old Smash Mouth is. I've been listening to a lot of Fush You Mang and Astro Lounge. They're actually extremely good albums. Let's see. Is it browser? No. Thank you for the $4.20.
Evil, so I'm going to get Tia some artwork while she's at work and will be absolutely helpless and unable to repay me.
That's so smart. That's actually so unbelievably smart. You're based. Okay. Here is this. I have to crop it so that way it's compliant with TOS. And I'll put that really tiny in the corner.
Yay.
Before electricity, doing laundry was just
Okay.
hard work. The first electric washing machines were little more than a bucket
So,
with a motor attached. Fully automatic
the reference
ones came
image
about
you
in the
sent
1960s.
is
But with
of
rising
this
concerns
Tia.
for the environment, there are new designs that need less water and
I think I'm just
electricity
gonna
to get the
draw
dirty job done.
Tia. Are you cool with me just drawing a cool Tia? So I've been wanting to draw a
Most
cool
washing
Tia
machines contain
anyways.
a circular tub to hold the laundry, but this model has a unique feature. A hexagon-shaped tub
Absolutely?
made from panels of
Okay,
laser-cut
awesome.
perforated stainless steel.
I'm just gonna try and draw a cool
Cute.
Tia then.
The operator separates the cut panels and places one on a bending
Whoa,
machine
holy,
with a press brake.
holy
It forces the
fucking
panel against
shit.
the die, bending the edge.
Okay,
Operator
there's
positions
some
the
stuff
panel
happening in the
next to it.
channel right
Do
now.
this until the six-sided shape is complete.
Thank you, Gray. And thank you, Emmy, for the very generous amounts. Alright,
Then an assembler
let me
attaches
take care of
the
this.
hinge
Let's
door
take care of
to
this
the
Tia
door.
first. Trey, have you ever drawn a Tia before?
No, I haven't.
Tia is really fun to
This
draw.
is contained by another outer
Do we
tub.
both draw the same prompt? Because I was thinking about
The
tackling
motor sets a
the
stainless
dragon.
steel plate onto a
Oh my
wooden
god,
fixture.
that would be awesome too. You want to split it up?
Then he places the tub's main frame.
Like, you want to? We can just jump around. Let's just jump around. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He clamps the
Happy
plate
birthday
into
again,
place,
Emmy.
Then spot
Holy
welds
shit.
it on each side so the pieces hold together.
All right, I'll work on drawing a cool Tia. Let's see.
Next, he takes the tub over to a machine called a seam welder. There, an electrode wheel travels all along the tub's edge, welding together the front and back panels to the main frame. There's still more welding to do with the use of a robotic welding arm to build the machine's 24 by 27-inch steel base. A concrete counterweight mounted on the outer tub side prevents the machine from shaking too much when it's in operation. Next, an assembler attaches a pressure tube and a sump hose to draw the used water out of the
Do you
machine.
know any of this information
He
about
seals both tubes with a
laundry
watertight
machines
adhesive.
also? Or is this all news to you?
Now he can install the suspension
All
struts
news.
that support the outer tub.
Especially since I can barely hear it.
Base.
Just pretend like you can hear it and it's like really awesome information too.
I'm nodding along.
Powers the whole machine. It's set on the machine's underside on an adjustable pivot shaft.
Hi,
With the
Tia.
motor in place, assemblers now turn over the completed outer tub and lower it into position on
I've
its
been
base.
requested to
They
draw
connect
you
the
since you
support
can't
struts
defend
on all
yourself or
four
something.
sides,
Whatever
and
the
then push the
prompt
tub
said.
to make sure the struts
So I'm just
line
drawing a
properly
cool Tia
and
from
keep the
memory.
machine balanced.
Wait, the how it's made is
The
just,
inner tub
it's not
is
even
the
moving.
outer tub. Workers insert a stainless steel shaft right
There we
through
go.
both tubs. A strip of watertight foam is set along the outer tub's perimeter to seal it, before workers install a plastic bezel that keeps water from splashing out of the machine. Next, assemblers install the drive pulley onto the shaft that supports the inner tub. A drive belt connects the motor to the pulley, which rotates the shaft and the inner tub that it supports. Now they slide a stainless steel outer cabinet onto the base that covers the tubs. It contains a control board, the brain of the washing machine. The assembler sets the lid into place, and the machine is complete. The control board wiring
Hopefully
is
this
located
shape
on the
is reading
underside of the lid.
something
That is
cool like I
also
want
where
it
the
to.
valves that dispense detergent, bleach, and softener are. Before it leaves the
It's like a
plant,
cool,
a member of the quality
badass,
control
like,
team tested out with
crossing
a
her
load of
arms
soiled laundry.
Tia.
According to the manufacturers, the unique shape of the inner tub is the key to making this a lean, green washing machine that requires less water, less detergent, and less energy to get the job done. There's been a lot of water under the bridge since the days of those first machines. They've sure come a long way.
It's made how? You're telling me how they make
invented
it?
in Europe in the early
Yeah.
1800s. The lady
That
at
is like the
house
whole
would put
point of the show,
clothes in a
believe it
metal
or
barrel
not, is
with
they
holes
do
in it,
actually tell
then
you
turn
how
it
it's
by
made.
hand over the fire. The first electric dryers were invented around 1915. Most of the parts are made from steel, just 3/100 of an inch thick. The factory receives it from the supplier in giant rolls. They go onto a machine that cuts sheets about 3 feet long.
Oh shit.
Using those sheets,
Thank
No
you.
draw
Those
needed,
presses stamp
just
out
helping a
various
bit.
dryer parts.
Awesome tie,
These
hoping
are motor
things go
supports.
smoothly.
Did you say don't draw me?
And
You know what
this
this
the back
is?
panel of the drum, the rotating compartment that holds the clothes.
Do you know what we're doing
Note
right
the small
now?
holes.
Thank
We'll
you
come
for
back to them
that.
shortly.
I will be drawing another one.
To
I will be
form the
drawing
side
another
of the
Tia.
drum, the machine bends a sheet of pre-painted steel into a circular shape. When a clothes dryer operates, it sucks in outside air through a hole at the front. The air passes through the heating element and goes into the drum, entering through those little holes you saw
Okay,
a few
how
moments
is
ago
this for,
located in
like-
the back panel.
Is this like a cool Tia? Do you
Once
accept
the
this as
automated
like a
machines have finished
$4.20
shaping the
Tia?
They form a groove on its outside surface. This groove is for the motorized belt that drives the
If
drum.
I did like a cool like that thing that happens in
Next,
anime
they put
where
the
like
drum on another machine
the cool
that
line
screws
is in
3
the
baffles
background.
in place. Baffles are those thick plastic wings located inside the drum.
How does this
They're
work?
to
How
pull
do
the
I get
clothes
funny
around as it
drawing?
rotates.
So there's a channel in the Discord.
Back on the automated line, the drum's
It's
front
called-
goes on.
I don't remember. It has doodle in the name. But just
They
post a
manually
reference
assemble the
sheet
drum's back
for
panel.
something that you want drawn in there with a screenshot of your PayPal showing that you sent me money. And then one of us will draw something for you.
Next comes the exhaust duct. Hot, moist air exits the drum through a series of holes and a large slot in the dryer door. The air gets channeled downward through the lens screen.
And it'll be
then
awesome.
Goes through a duct at the
I
front
forgot
of the
to
dryer
mention that
to
it
the
will in
fan.
fact be
The
awesome.
fan blows the
It
air
will,
out
in
this
fact, that
exhaust
is
duct
true.
at the
It
back
will,
of
in
the
fact,
dryer.
be awesome.
The dryer's heating
Okay,
element works
here's a
much
cool
like the
Tia.
element in a toaster, except it consumes a lot more power, up to 6,000
There is
watts.
also important to
The
know
factory receives the steel and
there
ceramic
is no
sheet
minimum.
ready-made.
We're just doing this for
Workers
fun.
simply
So,
position them on a sheet of galvanized steel.
damn, Chaya, you're going crazy. That looks awesome as fuck.
Thank you.
Alright, there's a
They
cool
also
Tia.
install a temperature sensor that shuts off power should something go wrong and cause the dryer.
I'm gonna start putting little jaw drop emojis under the ones we've already done, or claimed, I guess.
In the finishing department, they coat the dryer with powdered paint that's heat and
Alright.
shock resistant.
Emmy, I get to draw your cool hedgehog. Whoa, what
Then
happened
they
to how
assemble
it's
the
made? It
bottom
got
and
really
back
small.
of the appliance. They install the motor that
Okay, what if I
drives
did
both the belt
this?
and
There
the
we go.
fan.
Nice.
Then the exhaust duct goes in.
Don't worry about it, Mickey. That's why this is all for fun. We're just
Automated
hanging out
machines
here.
Prepare the electrical wiring. They paint and cut the wires. Then install turmo on each end.
Your emo boy looks so cool.
Workers wire the dryer.
This will be fun for me because I can't remember the last time I drew a Sonic.
They close up the sides. Screw on the door. Then wire up the control.
Yo, Bibbidi
It's
Bob,
connected
thank
to a
you for
series
the
of gears and
5
switches
months.
that
Holy
control
shrimp.
the dryer cycles. The model and serial number sticker marks the last
Okay, I keep
stop
just looking
on the
over at your
assembly line.
cool badass dragon.
I mean, I thought it was cool and badass to begin with. That's why I immediately picked it.
To clean up messes that an ordinary vacuum
It's
cleaner
very
can't handle.
cute.
This powerful picker-upper can suction everything from leaves to nails to small pieces of wood. And if you remove the filter bag from the tank, it can
Alright,
vacuum
I'm gonna
liquids
try
too.
and do something crazy.
A wet dry vacuum is lightweight, yet can handle heavy-duty pickups of large and even wet debris that would ruin an ordinary vacuum cleaner.
We're gonna
Most
go
of the components are
kind of
plastic.
nutso on the
This
perspective
injection
here.
molding machine produces them by shooting
No
molten
way.
plastic into molds, then cooling it to a solid state. A robot extracts the finished parts.
Do something crazy.
These are covers for the top of the vacuum. All the vacuum's parts are injection molded, except for the electric motor.
Actually,
The
fuck
motor
it.
has
Let's
two
do.
fans.
I almost,
One
you know what?
cools
I
the
almost
motor
just drew the
itself
same thing
and the
twice,
air,
like the same
while
exact
the other
angle
creates
twice.
a vacuum to suction
I was just
dry
gonna do
or
another
liquid
cool
debris through the
profile
vacuum
shot.
hose. The vacuum
Which could be-
fan
I mean, it
is
could be
housed in a
cool.
separate chamber, so that liquid
But
can't
I wanna
ever
try
come
and
into
make these all
contact
look,
with the
like, fun and
motor's electrical
different.
components. Workers place the motor in a plastic housing with the drive shaft protruding
Exclamation
upward.
point Bandy
They
watch.
put a spacer on the shaft. Then mount the vacuum fan.
Hi
securing it
Omega.
with a nut.
We're not really doing like slots. We're just kind of.
They close up
The
housing
idea
with a
is that
plate.
these are all gonna be
This is important for
relatively
safety,
short
as it
enough for
prevents
us to get
fingers
through
from
all of them in
accidentally
one
touching
stream.
the fan.
Is the plan. You're probably gonna get something roughly
They now
equivalent to
place head
this if
assembly,
I
as
end
it's
up with
called,
yours.
on a conveyor belt that takes it to a testing
Are we
area.
putting the finished ones
Where they
anywhere?
run the motor for up to 10 minutes
Um,
to make sure
I
everything
figured we
functions
could
correctly.
just post our canvases at the end.
Oh, okay. Yay.
We could organize them and
Then
make
they
them look
plug
all
it
pretty.
into a second test
Yay.
station, which in less than 2 seconds
So,
verifies that there's adequate suction and no electrical short circuits.
Yay. Damn it.
If everything checks out, they
Okay,
send
those
the
are
head
the
assembly
canvases.
onward to
Let's
the
see.
packaging area. There, workers
kinda
assemble
like,
the rest of the vacuum.
Like the badass middle finger thing you got going on.
At the first station, the inlet,
On this guy.
the part into which you plug the vacuum hose. A press locks it securely in a hole at the front of the tank. At the next stop, a worker places a package of screws, an instruction manual, and 4 casters to be installed by the purchaser
Thank
in the
you.
tank.
I gotta look and see who that was. I was looking at my
Workers
canvas.
take the head assembly and apply the VAC's top cover.
Oh, you guys can see
That
this.
part we
Oops.
saw coming out of the injection molding earlier.
Can someone in
They
chat
load the
tell me who
vacuum's
that
lid
was?
onto a carousel, along with a pleated paper filter.
I don't want to show off
The
my
filter prevents dust and fine debris from getting into the vacuum fan chamber.
my back room.
Then they mount the head assembly on an automated screw driving machine. And, removing the filter temporarily, place the lid on top.
Place the lid on top. It was Omega. Thank you, Omega.
Once the lid is screwed to the head assembly, they put the filter back.
Actually,
I'm naked.
Now they place the lid on
there
the
we
tank
go. That's the bandy. I was waiting on it.
and snap down the lid latches to secure it. The final stop on the line is a third test station.
I can't
It
crack
checks the
65k
suction
points because
power,
I keep buying
looks for
Wah
shorts
Feeder
in
and
the electrical
Bandy.
system, and makes sure
Nom, nom,
the
nom.
on-off switch on the top cover works correctly.
I can't blame you. They're both
if the
really
vacuum
good.
passes testing, the station automatically unplugs the power cord, and a robot picks up the fluid and places it in a retail box.
See, that's what I mean. They're both
Workers
really good.
add extension wands, a nozzle, and a hose.
Extension
Then
what?
finally, a filter bag, which you use only when vacuuming up dry debris.
Did you say
It has an
extension
inlet on the
was?
inside of the tank. When the bag fills up, you throw it out and attach a new one. Consumer wet-dry vacs come in several tank sizes.
I'm naked.
From 1 U.S. gallon, almost 4 liters, to 24 U.S. gallons, more than 90 liters. Lemongrass isn't just a culinary herb. Oil distilled from the plant is a popular ingredient
naked.
in soap and spa products. Used in aromatherapy for numerous therapeutic reasons, with a fragrance that's citrusy yet sweet, lemongrass oil definitely passes the smell test.
Dude, this is awesome. It's been so long since
Follow
I've been
the
in
scent
like
of
a
lemongrass,
situation where I
and the
have to
trail leads
like
to
learn
Thailand.
how to draw somebody's
It's here
character
that
on the
plant is
fly.
grown and processed
It's kind
into
of
an
sick.
essential oil. Lemongrass oil is the signature scent in this part of the world. After harvesting lemongrass, workers select the most fragrant specimens and dry them. They transfer these plants, stalk and all, to a distillation facility. The heady aroma of lemongrass will now be concentrated into a potent essential
Did you make
oil.
me a sandwich?
Workers
No.
unlock the top of the still.
I'll worry about that
Oh.
side later.
Chlorine-free
I just had a whole new idea
deionized
pop into my
water.
head after I drew that one side.
Once the still is 1/4 full, they add the lemongrass. They stack the bundles
Oh,
in a
shit.
crisscross fashion, creating gaps for steam to pass through. They fill the still to the brim.
So can we
It
agree
will take
that
30
like
kilograms of lemongrass to make 1
the
liter
shadow
of
hair
highly
is the
fragrant
coolest
essential oil.
hair you can
They
have as a
screw the
Sonic
lid
character?
tightly to prevent the loss of
Mhm.
steam during distillation. They activate the still, and it heats the water to the boiling point. Steam rises through the plants and picks up the oils. It
And
carries
picks up the
oil
oils.
vapor up through a pipe and into a condenser, where the vapors cool and return to a liquid form. The liquid oil and water drip out into a flask.
Somebody say
and
oil?
water don't mix, so the oil floats to the top, and the water is drained off and recycled back into the distiller. The technician then collects the lemongrass oil in a bottle.
This is also
one
because
drop
Shadow
at a
is
time.
fucking awesome. Well, that's
The
truth.
lemongrass oil undergoes a
That is
second
indeed true
distillation
thing.
in a laboratory, using a more
It
sensitive
is in
piece
fact
of
true.
equipment known as a rotary vacuum evaporator. The oil flows into a flask
Alright.
that's spinning in a hot bath of vegetable oil. The evaporator pumps out air and creates a vacuum in the flask, which lowers the boiling point. This prevents damage to the delicate molecules responsible for the lemongrass scent. The oil vapors rise to a condenser coil, where they reliquefy, leaving any residual water and impurities behind. The pure lemongrass oil drips into
The
a
Blaze
receiver
ponytail
flask.
is cool too. That's true.
As distilled
is literally
lemongrass
true.
oil is collected, more flows into the evaporator beaker for purification. The distilling process is continuous. The rotary vacuum
Mhm.
evaporator processes 2 to 3 liters of fragrant oil per hour.
Oh, I see what's going on here. I
They
gotta get
store
the most
lemongrass oil
important
in a
parts of this
cold
character
room
design
with other
in. I
essential
understand. I
oils.
understand.
Like fine wine, it must be
I'm, like,
kept
piecing it
cool,
together in
or
my
it
head
could
as we
You
go
spoil
understand
along.
it,
and
meow.
ruin its bouquet.
Well, you know, it's
When it's time to
It's Emmy's
formulate
birthday, so I wanna make
ingredients
sure we
for a
do it
cream
right.
or lotion, a technician
True.
blends lemongrass oil with other essential oils. Just a few drops makes a difference you can smell.
makes a difference you can smell.
They also use lemongrass oil to enhance the soothing qualities of bath crystals. The technician first sifts Epsom salts and baking soda into a bowl. He adds measured amounts of the blend to sea salt crystals. He stirs the ingredients by hand to evenly distribute them in the mix. The bath salts are now ready for an infusion of the double distilled lemongrass oil. He adds it to a submixture of other essential oils to create a blend with a calming effect. He pours the essential oils onto the crystals, and they soak into the tiny spaces in the particles. Then they add some more aromatic spice, a freshly ground blend of lemongrass, turmeric, and other ingredients.
It's like a cool funny hand.
He sprinkles
Cool,
the
big, funny
herbs
hand.
onto the crystals and folds them in to blend. The final effect will be skin tingling and rejuvenating. Incorporated into many products, lemongrass oil will awaken the senses.
Just walk down the aisle of your local supermarket, and you'll see shelf upon shelves of soaps and detergents. With so many versions of each product to choose from extra strength to antibacterial to lemon fresh scent, consumers aren't the only ones cleaning up. The craft of soap making began in Europe around 700 AD. But soap remained a luxury item for another
Okay, and then
1,000
there's
years.
this
That's
thing
when
on
a French
this
scientist
side.
discovered how to make inexpensive lye using table salt. People also made soap at home by boiling wood ashes with animal fats. By the 1900s, the growing soap industry found ways to make mild and fragranced products. And in 1916, a German scientist
Also a
invented
cool
the
tail,
first
can't forget
synthetic
the tail.
detergent. This company produces mostly industrial use detergents, liquid and powdered.
Damn!
It uses
Damn!
salt as filler in the powdered ones.
Jay, this is
Fillers
badass.
combine, making a product less concentrated. This will be a
Oof,
powder
thank
This is
detergent
you.
actually
cleaning
so
and greasing
badass, it's
cement
not even
floors.
funny.
They add colorant, then surfactant, a substance that creates foam, the vehicle for lifting away dirt. Now they pour in pine oil, a disinfecting agent that also adds fragrance. Now the cleaning agent, sodium tripolyphosphate.
What?
It's essential to mix
Everything
all
in
the
science is
ingredients
just like a
thoroughly.
stupid made up
This
word.
ensures the chemicals are evenly distributed.
Sodium
throughout the cleaner.
tripolyphosphate.
The last ingredient is a chemical called sodium metasilicate. It boosts the mixture's
Like,
alkaline
really,
level.
like, seriously, what
This
does that even
particular
mean?
cleaner
Bruh,
needs
come on.
high alkalinity to be effective. The factory packages its powdered cleaners, such as this laundry soap, in large plastic buckets. Automated equipment weighs, then pours in the appropriate amount,
Okay.
wrapping the container tightly to prevent leaks.
Emmy, do you think this is, like,
The
cool?
filler in liquid cleaning products is water. To produce liquid hand soap, they first add citric acid.
Did I
This
do them
creates the mild
justice?
acidity
Does
needed
this
to
look
get
like
the
a cool
most out of
Sonic
the
OC?
surfactants. This soap contains 3 different types of surfactants. It's a specific formulation designed
Oh, you
by
get
the
to draw
company
Mockroach?
cleaners to
Hell yeah.
optimize the soap's cleaning power.
Your
Yes,
characters
I
are
like the
so
design.
cool. They're all so cool.
To give the soap a pearl luster, the company uses this secret recipe of chemicals.
Thank you again, by the way, Emmy.
The factory makes
glad you
most
like
of its
it.
liquid soap from this same base mixture. The colors and fragrances vary. For coloring, it uses powdered pigments. It dissolves them
Alright,
in hot water.
you
then
knocked
pours them
out
in.
Chloe.
This
You're
batch
about
of
to
soap
start
will be
Mockroach. Oh, Racket, you already know,
They pour in
dude.
a rose-scented fragrance.
You already
Then
know.
add a preservative to prevent the proliferation of bacteria. Should the soap be exposed to a
It's been a
substandard
while, so we'll see if I still have it in me.
They adjust the viscosity by adding a powdered thickener. If liquid soap is runny, it'll leak out of the dispenser.
Sorry, I'm gonna
After
kill
15
this guy
minutes,
so that way I
the
have.
soap is ready, and the lab
more room
analyzes
to
the
draw.
sample, assessing its physical and chemical properties. When the batch gets the okay, it proceeds to the packaging machine. This soap is going into dispenser bags made of plastic film.
No,
The machine
Tia,
first
don't do that.
inserts a valve.
Don't gas up streamer. You can gas up co-streamer, but don't gas up streamer.
It heat seals the film, forming the bottom of the bag. Then it injects 27 ounces of soap.
Trying to figure out if I draw them
Simultaneously heat
in
seals
that,
the
like,
top of the bag and the bottom of the next
what's the
one.
word, like, generic nude way, like in the way that Winnie the Pooh is nude, or should I slap some clothes on them?
Is the official term
After checking for leaks,
I'm afraid to say it because I don't know if it's like the official term or if it's like the porn word.
This ensures the dispenser will release a measured
Is it
amount of
null?
soap per push.
Oh, right.
I think that might be the porn word. I don't know.
It might be, but like I can't think of a better way to describe it. Yeah.
An overflow and weight control device ensures the right fill level.
But null can be whatever you want it to be. It's that one guy from Pokemon.
Please slap clothes on them. Okay, yay.
The next machine applies a twist cap with pull-out spout.
All right, let's
Then it's
do.
off to labeling.
Armed with a pressure washer, it's easy to get
Oh my god,
carried away
I
and
really
find
thought for a
yourself
second
on
that I just got an
outdoor
ad.
cleaning spree. You can use it to wash down your driveway, clean the siding on your house, remove dirt from your deck, wash your car, and much more. A pressure washer contains an electric motor which drives a pump that propels water at high pressure down a hose and out a trigger-operated nozzle. The machine's mechanics and electronics are hidden from view by a two-part plastic
You know what's
cover.
crazy about this Angoramon ref that you posted, Racket?
The
Is
two
that for
main
whatever
parts of the
reason they
electric
decided
motor
it was
are the
absolutely
rotor
crucial
and the
to
stator.
show you what the bottom of his
To
feet
make the
look like.
stator, this automated station winds 500 meters of copper wire, or for certain models, aluminum wire, then inserts the winding into the slots of a steel cylindrical frame. The rotor is also a steel cylinder. It will sit inside this stator, attached at one end to the motor shaft. When the power washer is turned on, the AC current passing through the stator winding creates a rotating magnetic field. This turns the rotor, driving the motor shaft, which drives the pump. At the next station, a worker prepares the stator's electrical connections,
Oh my god, wait,
securing
I'm
them with a
stupid.
cable tie. She contains and
No.
It's hard for me to visualize stuff backwards. It's like I can literally just flip the image.
Yeah.
On another assembly line, they mate the guide
It's
for the
true.
motor's 3 pistons with the aluminum
It is
cylinder
true.
head and the motor, now in an oil-filled aluminum housing. The motor drives a rubber plate, which moves the pistons, which move various internal components that pressurize the water. A worker places a new stator on the carrier to prepare it for motor assembly. Then, on the pump set,
I'm gonna
he
draw
installs a plastic water inlet pipe.
Angoramon.
He
and
places
he's
the
like,
bottom section of the motor housing
he's chilling
around the new
out. He's
stator that's
relaxing
heading
for
to
the
motor
day.
assembly.
He's like, you know what? I just
The automated handling
ghosted
system
some
removes
games
the
for a little
completed
bit,
pump
and now
set
I'm gonna
and
chill.
transfers it to another carrier, which transports it to
Yippee.
the final assembly line. A worker installs a rubber tube which keeps water out of the motor. He pulls the stator electrical connections through it, then installs a watertight plastic box containing all the electronics and the power switch. He plugs the power cord into the circuit board inside the box, then
he's
screws
just
down
hanging
the
out.
stator's ground wire.
Why is he? He's such a.
A worker
He's so
connects
fucking
both
round.
power and
Why
water.
did they make him like
Then
that?
a test machine automatically runs the unit through all the functions. Remember that two-part plastic cover? An injection molding machine makes the parts in separate operations. A yellow top, a black bottom. The automated handling system extracts the part and places it on a carrier headed to the pad printer.
The pad printer.
The printer stamps the model name in quick-dry ink on the top cover. Workers will later attach the company name to the front of the machine.
Now I'm like
The
interested
next
because I'm
station
hearing
takes the
them
top
talk
to the
about shit we
final
use at
assembly
work.
line,
I'm like, I need
where
to
the
stop
handling
drawing
system
and watch.
turns it upside down
how it's
and
made.
places the pump set inside. At the next stop, a worker installs a guide for the machine's water hose, then positions the bottom cover.
Okay.
An automated machine screws the
Yeah,
covers
here's
together.
a cool little Angoramon.
The worker installs
Okay.
a galvanized steel axle and 2 rugged plastic wheels. A worker applies
It's
a
like hanging
decal with
out.
safety instructions, plastic wheel covers, and a 10-meter-long rubber water hose wound on a plastic reel. The pressure washer then goes off to the packaging area, where it's boxed with the handle, accessories, and detergents.
Just making sure there's
In
nothing
the
I'm
product development stage, they
forgetting
test the
here.
prototype
I guess
in
he
a
does
sound
have
lab
like
to
there's
make
like some
sure
funny
the noise
lines
the
on the
pressure
top of his
washer
head.
emits isn't too loud and shrill.
The
The
trademark
sound
funny
engineer
lines
runs the
that
machine
you
amid
give
9
your
microphones,
like
each
little
positioned
fucking
1
freak
meter
smoker.
away in a different direction. To pass the test, the noise must be a low, bass range hum. To operate the pressure washer, you connect a garden hose to the water
seems
inlet
like-
pipe.
It's like
Connect
chilling.
the handle to the
There we go.
machine's hose, turn on the water and power, then pull the trigger to spray.
In the 1960s, Italian Boilermakers figured out how to harness
I'm waiting
steam
for.
to
There's
clean.
one where they talk about
Steam cleaning is much
toothbrushes,
safer than traditional
and the
methods
narrator, instead of
because
saying
dirt and
toothbrush, he
bacteria
goes
can
the
be eliminated
toothbrush.
without the use of harmful chemicals.
The toothbrush.
The toothbrush.
Steam is enough to
The
vaporize
toothbrush.
most germs. The water in a steam cleaner is heated to over 200 degrees Fahrenheit. It's safe to use on both hard
The
and soft
Grincher.
surfaces.
Why did you kill web fishing?
Steam cleaners start out as a computer design.
So
This is
I
a
saw
commercial
somebody
model that will be used
in the
to
server
clean
the other day
hotels,
was like, I miss web
restaurants,
fishing. Is the
offices,
Grincher
and
still
schools.
around?
They make the components using polycarbonate plastic pellets.
Like,
I wonder.
Are we still plagued by the Grincher?
molten
Because
machine
I could
heats the
fuck with some
plastic.
web fishing.
Right? I was just thinking about this recently. And for the same reason, because I saw my server nickname.
This one is the cover for the steam
Like,
cleaner's boiler.
I don't know. I could fuck with some web
A robot
fishing.
with
You know what?
vacuum
I could also
suction
fuck with
grippers
some
extracts
Atlas
the cover
again, but I
from
know
the mold.
Atlas was also having some weird problems as well.
They mold other parts, including the base, extension tubes, handles, and hooks the same way.
Okay, what if I did something
A worker
crazy
installs a water
with this
cooler
one? What if we
on the
took this
steel
one a
boiler.
little step further?
He
And what
also
if we
screws
did,
on a
like-
fitting for the fill hose. He adds 2
What
solenoid
if we did like
valves.
a
They turn the steam on and
like
off
an
and control
implied
its
like
intensity.
brushery of like a tree?
Then he places the boiler in a test device. The device verifies that
Tree.
the electrical parts are insulated properly. He
Okay.
tightens the solenoid valves to complete the installation.
And this tree is
After
important
the hoses are attached to the boiler, they place
because
it
it's
in the
going
base
to
of
be
the steam cleaner.
casting.
A worker plugs in the electrical contacts. They will power the steam hose's controls.
A tree-shaped
Then he
shadow.
connects the steam hose to
I'm
a
thinking
fitting
so
used
hard
for
right now
contacts.
because I keep defaulting to poses where like the hands are here because I love like
Snap
little
clip
tucked
around
in
it to reinforce the
like
contact.
hands.
I think little
They can't all be like that.
no little tucked-in hands are
He
awesome.
links the main electronic
I love
cords
little
to
tucked-in
temperature sensors
hands.
that have been
I think
installed
they
on the
totally
boiler.
could be like that if you wanted them to be.
The worker also wires the steam pressure sensors. He covers the top of the boiler with melamine insulation. Then he slides a heat-resistant plastic cover over the boiler. He attaches the fill hose to the fitting on the top of the boiler.
Okay,
He connects
here's
the other
here's
end to the water
Angormon
tank.
chilling.
The worker equips the tank with 2 water level sensors. He hooks up a gauge for the steam pressure. Then he fills the tank with water and tests the steam cleaner.
Here we go.
He uses a small mirror to check for leaks.
Thank you again, Racket.
Another worker assembles the steam gun. He attaches a plastic joint to the steam hose.
This is so fun. Oh
Then
man,
installs
this
a
is so
nozzle on
fun.
the end.
Fun. I thought this would be a lot scarier, but I'm having fun.
It's fun. It was
Screws
kind
the
of
plastic
scary
wand to the end of the
conceptually
joint.
to think about.
He tucks the hose
It
into
is
the
true.
handle's plastic casing and installs a trigger. Then he snaps on the cover. He screws the handle together.
I love drawing streams,
He connects the
bruh.
steam
I'm
gun to
glad.
the
I'm
boiler.
glad. I say this every time. I'm like, I didn't
Turns
think
it
people
on,
would
and
enjoy
the
this, and
spray
every time
shoots
people
out
are
a
like,
high
I enjoy
pressurized
this.
mist known as dry steam. Its moisture
Right.
content is only 5%.
Let me crack all my
Clean
knuckles
surfaces
and
to dry quickly.
shake out my fingers a little bit.
Also comes with a vacuum.
Your
It
two
sucks up residual
fingers.
water
My
and
two
dirt after
fingers.
steam cleaning. He attaches the
Alright, looks like I'm
vacuum to the
taking on
filter.
Spirit of the
He
Radio.
places the motor and filter into the base canister and locks the assembly together with
I have the
clips at
cardinal
sides.
sin of not having a ref sheet, but can you draw my little goober in graduation garb? All excited.
Cute.
Now, why would you want me to do
Once the
that?
vacuum is on board, this
What?
duo is ready to
You wouldn't
eradicate
happen to be
dirt,
graduating or something,
and
would you?
pathogens.
No way.
Just aim and pull the trigger. The steam will do the rest. We tend not to put much thought into this humblest of household appliances.
It's
As
such a
long as it
tiny
keeps doing
toilet that
what
they
it's
have on
built
their
to do.
screen right now. That's
But like
adorable.
most of the machines we've invented to do our
Excuse me.
dirty work, we may take it for granted.
Che, this is going
It's next to
crazy.
impossible
Also,
to
I'm just
imagine
gonna say
life
that every
Thank
time I
you.
look at your screen.
The
I'm
first public restrooms
I'm
appeared
trying to
in
figure it out as I go.
when the Emperor Vespasian built latrines. Such public urinals became widely known as Vespasians by 1840. In
I really love when
1775,
characters have the
invention of a water
like
flow
not
system
completely fur.
toilets,
Like
somewhat
there's
like
patches of
today's
fur. I love that.
toilets. The
True.
valves were added in
So fucking
1784,
true.
and the septic tank in 1896. A toilet is an everyday
just drop my
object whose
stylus. Okay,
fabrication
let's do
requires
it.
several days of work. It involves assembling several molds called tools. Each new product requires the design of a master plaster mold from which they will
Of a
produce
master
plastic
plaster
tool.
mold.
The
Hey,
side
what
will
does
be used to create plaster duplicates
Graduation garb
used as
look
production
like?
molds.
I've never graduated before, so I don't know.
The plaster production mold of a toilet is made from 6 different tools which have to be assembled. Their lifespan is only 2 months. The process begins with a mixture of water and plaster.
I know it's like
according to
a
precise
big
recipe.
road
Then
kinda.
the liquid is poured into this filling hole of the tool. Once the plaster hardens, they can proceed with unmolding. They strike the end at the junction of the plaster mold and the tool with a rubber hammer so as not to damage the plaster.
At least I think it is. I hope it is. This is a joke.
Pieces are gently assembled.
I
The toilet
graduated.
softly takes its shape. It is in this same mold that they
I
will later
promise.
color the clay. Then they install tensioning straps. Little blocks are inserted between the mold and the strap to increase the tension. The mold will soon be filled with liquid, and they thus prevent any distortion. Here a new recipe is being prepared.
Alright, I'm gonna
This
go
time it's
a little bit
slurry,
crazy
a
with the
composite of
expression.
clay and silicon.
Because you want to be like
This
excited,
preparation
right?
is spread out over 48 hours.
You said you wanted to be
Now
really
they install
excited.
the core, the upper part of the mold. They can now proceed with the filling. This copper distribution pipe, connected to the tank containing the slurry, permits the filling of several molds at a time. They need about 45 pounds of the mix per bowl mold.
What if you had like a crazy like?
After an hour,
What's the name of
the
the?
slurry has attained a
I'm not actually
thickness
gonna do
of
that.
4/10 of an
What's the
inch.
name of the fucking?
To allow the excess
He's like
slurry
the
from
green
running out.
mouse.
They
It's like
can
his
now
eyeballs are
unmold the
popping out
still
of his
fragile
head.
piece.
He's
This
drawn
Huh?
driving
Used to
cars.
adhere
Someone's
just
gonna know what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
rat pink?
You know what I'm talking about, yeah. With the help of Malcolm Frink. Ratfi.
They
Fucko
keep
mousey.
layers and
12-ounce
unmold the
mouse.
ensemble. The toilet is
Ratfi was close.
Then, to obtain a perfect appearance, they remove the little fillet
Okay.
formed by the
I have an
surplus
idea.
adhesive slurry. The toilets air dry for 36 hours, then in a warm air dryer for 12 hours. Finishing must be impeccable. They carefully sand the surface to make it perfectly smooth. A vacuum draws up the dust.
Alright, real talk, Chea.
Then, with a jet of compressed air,
An animal
dust
with
and
pointy
debris are
ears is
blown
wearing a
away.
graduation cap. Do the ears
Bowls are
like
hand-painted in
flop
a special
under the
room.
cap, or are there holes cut into the cap?
As for the water tanks, they are painted by an automated robot.
Yes. I think it would be holes. Well, actually, I think the flopping under looks cuter, but I think you could get away with it. And truly, realistically, I think they would be like smoothed back
This truck carries the different parts
under
to
the
final
cap.
fabrication
You know what I
stage.
mean? Like if it's hair.
The
Oh,
toilets
wait.
remain in this oven at the very high
You might be
temperature
onto something.
But then you don't get to see
150
ears.
degrees
Yeah.
for 23 hours. It takes this long to fuse the clay and silica. The paint then
You can
becomes
decorate
hard
your
and
cap,
shiny,
so I'd imagine
and it's all
holes.
done.
Mhm.
The toilets and the different bowls now
I'm just
take
trying
on
to
shapes
decide
more elegant than in the
what
past.
would look the best
But
here.
the fabrication of each one of them will have the same basic construction steps involving 45 pounds of slurry and almost 4 days of labor. While the vacuum cleaner may alarm your pet, to an
Well, the
enthusiastic
vacuum
cleaner,
cleaner may
this is
alarm
an
your
awesome
pet.
machine. Not only does it remove the dirt you can see, it suctions up fine particles that aren't visible, leaving your home even cleaner than it looks. Inside every vacuum cleaner, there's a high-speed suctioning fan. Machines test the fan for quality control. A conveyor
yeah,
delivers
yippee.
the fan to a completely mechanized system
That looks so
that
badass.
evaluates the air brush
Aww.
and the rotor.
I'm trying to
Aww.
like frame it. Look at
This
that.
final inspection
There
ensures
we
the
go.
vacuum fan is balanced and fully operational. A technician applies a rubber seal to the rim of the vacuum's lower housing. He inserts the power supply in a hollowed-out compartment.
Aww. Aww.
The fan is installed
Aww.
and connected to the power supply reel. He snaps the back panel to the lower housing. The power supply cable is plugged in for a later check.
Nope. That's not the
The
tool I
next component
selected.
assembled is the control panel. A technician screws the control panel
Someone
to
should do a
mounting
how
plate.
it's made on setting up a stream, and it's just a
A rubber
5-minute long
bumper is
video of
placed
someone
along the
opening
edge of the
OBS.
cover
I
frame.
think that would be really cool. You may think streaming
The
is
cover
easy.
frame is then transferred to the vacuum.
You may be surprised
A
to
dust
know
bag
it's
is attached to
actually
a bracket that straddles the
actually
frame.
not easy. It's actually
At the next
really,
station,
really
a
hard
robotic
and
system
scary.
stabilizes the assembly and attaches
Very
the
scary.
frame to the housing.
How it's made Triple
Then
Law
the vacuum
Wednesday.
cleaner is released from the machine, and the carrier
Tyler, the
takes it
streamer,
forward
steps
for an inspection.
into the saw trap
An
torture
inspector
chamber
installs foot switches for the power
every
cord and
single
for machine
Wednesday.
activation. He tucks a filter into its slot. The cover panel now arrives via conveyor. The technician snaps it into place on
Alright,
the cover frame.
I gotta figure out how to do
He
this cap.
installs a hinged
I can't
access panel,
avoid it
which
any
houses
longer.
the suction tools until needed. This is the final step to complete the assembly of this vacuum cleaner. Another kind of vacuum cleaner uses easy-to-empty plastic canisters for dirt collection. It uses a substantial filter to separate dirt from the
Okay,
air.
I can't remember. You
Suction
move
air
the
and dirt
tassel
spin
from the
within this
left to
canister.
the right.
Larger
right?
dirt
Oh,
particles to the
God.
bottom, while finer
I have no
particles
clue.
become embedded in the filter.
So the tassel.
A technician installs the filter canister
Would be
in the
like-
vacuum cleaner housing and inserts a
like
nozzle
here.
accessory in a slot. Down the line, another worker installs a top plate.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Next, a clear plastic interceptor is installed, which collects the majority of the dirt. The technician applies a plastic bumper to the back of the vacuum.
It is left to right,
Assembly
damn.
complete. This bagless vacuum cleaner heads towards the inspection station.
Thank God I
I would
guessed
not
that
have
right.
Both
Yeah, I would not have guessed that right.
final testing. A robot plugs the opening for the hose, turns the power on, and tests every function, while a computer measures its performance. Cleared for retail, the robot removes the hose. The vacuum cleaner heads toward the packaging line. A robot lifts and carries the vacuum cleaner, stopping above a vacuum cleaner that's already on the conveyor. The vacuum on
You
the
know what?
conveyor
Fuck it. We're
moves
going
forward,
ears pointed
and
down because I
sensors
think it's
signal
cute.
the robot to set the second vacuum.
Yay. That's what I'm saying. I think it is the
vacuum
cutest
cleaner
option.
moves along the conveyor belt into a sheet of plastic wrap, which envelops the product. Heated knives cut and seal the ends in one action. This protects it from superficial scratches during transport. A technician uses molded pieces of
Spirit
foam
of the
to
radio,
slide
are
the
you
vacuum into
here
a cardboard
right now?
box.
Are you watching this
The foam
unfold?
pieces remain in the box
Is this
to
like
stabilize the vacuum during transport.
serviceable? Is this kind of what you had in mind?
Equipped with either a bag or a plastic receptacle, the technology is all up to the consumer's preference. Regardless of the model, each type of vacuum can make dust bunnies stuck in the corners of rooms and under beds.
This is awesome to see
vanish
so many
before your
characters.
eyes.
I agree.
A central
I
vacuum
agree.
doesn't have to be pulled or carried from room to room
Wait.
and up and down stairs. Its power unit containing the motor and dirt
You kind of got one of
receptacle
these
is
going on
mounted on a
too.
wall,
I didn't
usually
see
in the
that.
basement or garage. This stationary unit connects to plastic ducts that run inside the walls to inlets in different parts of the home. You plug the attachment hose into the nearest inlet, and the central power unit suctions the debris through the wall ducts. Being stationary, weight isn't an issue. Therefore, central vacuum motors are larger and more powerful than those in portable vacuum cleaners. A factory makes the main body of the power
You're like so
unit
excited
out of a
that you're
steel
going to
sheet about
graduate.
4/10 of an
You
inch thick.
successfully
A
defended
press
your
punches out
master's
the openings
thesis.
required for the various components.
That's kind of awesome.
A forming roller rounds the sheet into the unit's circular shape.
There we go.
They close the
Nope.
circle by tack welding
There
a
we
few
go.
key spots. Then they weld the entire length. This continuous seam makes the unit airtight
Nice.
for optimal suction.
Oh, I'm so happy you got to draw
The dirt
Floofy.
from escaping.
Oh, fuck yeah. Because, like, I've drawn Floofy a million
They
times.
use the same material and technique to form the sides of the
That's
power
also why I got
unit's
happy you got
receptacle.
to draw
A
Emmy's
hydraulic press rolls a rim at the top.
emo guy
The
because
receptacle
I had already
is
drawn him.
removed, empty, then put back in place. They make a rim on the bottom edge as well, sealing it over the bottom plate of the dirt
Oh,
receptacle.
that's a good emote, Clothier. Nice
Then they
grinning
put the
cat.
power unit's main
That's
body on
awesome.
the hydraulic press and shape a rim that connects to the dirt receptacle.
Alright. I'm gonna take another quick
Next, they
2
make a
seconds
support
to
for the motor and tack weld a
gather
mesh
myself
basket under it. The basket
and just
supports
watch
the
you draw
vacuum
Floofy.
cleaner's filter. The power unit's main body goes on top of the dirt receptacle.
By the way,
motor
thank you
support
again,
and filtration
everyone
basket
who
fit inside.
came to hang out
And
and
a
watch us
cover
draw,
goes on
especially
top.
thank you to everyone who
Now,
donated
the unit gets a coat
for a
of
little stream
high-quality
doodle.
epoxy paint. The application
Yeah, this is
system
actually
is
so fun.
electrostatic, meaning it charges the unit with a negative current and the powder paint particles with a positive one. This magnetically draws
to finish
the
chewing my
particles
ice.
onto the unit in an even layer. Then 45 minutes in an oven bakes it on for extra durability.
You know what I actually might go do?
They seal the
really
connection
quick?
between the dirt receptacle
I'm
and
trying
the
to get
power
some
unit
laundry
main
done so I
body.
can start packing
This
my
must be
clothes.
airtight for two reasons.
I'm gonna go
To
see
prevent air from leaking
if I can
through,
switch
which
my
will
load
lessen
over
suction power,
real quick,
and to prevent collected
Yeah.
dust
or
from
if the
escaping.
dryer's still going.
Next, they line the main body's
Um,
motor compartment with soundproofing
So I'll
foam.
be right back.
An
in like
adhesive
2
backing
seconds.
holds it against the compartment walls, and dabs of liquid adhesive
I got
secure
distracted
the
just watching you
corners.
draw again immediately.
They install a filter on the outside to capture carbon dust. Carbon dust
Damn,
is
this
a
is
fine
fucking
black
crazy.
dust which
Fluky's gonna love
electrical
it.
motors emit.
Yay!
Now they apply decals bearing the series name and
Okay.
model number.
I
They use a
will
laser light
officially
to
for real be
position
right
them
back.
perfectly
So,
straight
Che, you
Okay.
have to
just the
entertain
right
the
spot.
stream.
It's okay, I'll just draw.
Back to the motor compartment now. The electric motor sits on this rubber foam gasket and rubber legs, both of which absorb vibration. They also prevent metal-to-metal contact between the motor and body, the secret to the vacuum's quiet operation. Whereas portable vacuum cleaners have a lightweight motor with a single fan, this motor is a large, heavy-duty, long-life steel motor with 3 fans. The electronic components go into the neighboring compartment. Then workers use a variety of equipment to test suction, voltage, and other specifications. They connect an LCD display on the outside, cap the compartments with a motor cooling insulated disc, then the units cover. The factory's lab selects a certain percentage of units at random for quality control testing. During operation, the LCD screens on both the power unit and hose handle display the power level. They also indicate when the unit needs technical maintenance, when to empty the dirt receptacle, and when to remove and wash the filters. In 1886, an American woman invented the automatic dishwasher. Josephine Cochran built a motorized wheel with wire compartments for dishes, turning inside a copper tank filled with soapy boiling water. It was a hit with restaurants and hotels, but it wasn't until the 1950s that affordable dishwashers for home kitchens came on the market. Building a dishwasher starts with a watertight container called the tub. Some high-end models have stainless steel tubs. The rest have tubs made of molded plastic, usually polypropylene. Workers screw 2 pairs of plastic wheels to each side of the tub. They'll support the sliders on which the upper dish rack moves. The lower dish rack rolls along the bottom of the tub. This steel frame helps solidify the tub. They affix a steel plate at the bottom to shield the plastic from heat of the motor. Then they attach steel legs to the frame. Here they install a rubber reservoir called the sump. It collects the water that flows to the bottom of the tub.
No!
They screw in a 2-part rig to hold the sump in place. The heating element is a ceramic insulated iron cable.
Hello.
Traps food particles washing off
Alright.
the dishes.
We're so back.
After
Let's see
fitting an
what's going
O-ring
on.
seal to make the sump leak-proof, they secure the heating
I will be
element by
drawing
screwing
Omega.
ceramic insulators to the protruding connectors. Now for the polypropylene wash arms. This model has one at the bottom, with a tower that juts out for a larger spray span, and a second wash arm at the top. The motor pumps clean water directly to the bottom wash arm, and through this flexible
Need to
hose
absorb
the top
Chea's
wash arm.
understanding of bodies into my brain. Brother, I say that every day
Connect the
I
hose.
see
They
Chea
spin the
post
wash
something.
arm to make sure there's no obstruction. Meanwhile, workers connect key components to the dishwasher circuit board.
I think
This
Chea
metal
just
box
looks
is
at
the
people
timer.
all day.
It controls the wash
I
and wash
do.
cycle.
You have to be
It
obsessed with the
activates
human
the
body.
spring cam lever to
And
trigger
I
the wet lever to
am.
open the
It's
detergent
literally
dispenser at
true.
the right moment in the
It's
wash
literally
Yeah.
true. A lot of art
The detergent
kind of just comes
dispenser is
down to
located
how
on
you
the
train
plastic
yourself
panel
to see
that will line the
things.
dishwasher's door. They call this
Yeah.
panel the inner door. This seal will prevent water from leaking out and also provide some soundproofing.
Okay.
A press runs over the inner
have an
door,
idea.
driving in the seal evenly all around. Now they screw the inner door to the outer door.
Just gonna sketch out a basic body first.
The assembled door hooks onto hinges at the base of
There's
the
like
tub.
500 people messaging me right now.
Oh, did
This
you
machine
open?
presses the hook and hinge together so that the door
Oh, I did, but it's unrelated to that. Does that ever happen to you? Like you hop on a call or anything, and then suddenly everybody wants to message you.
You know what's crazy is I did I clicked start streaming and immediately got 5 little Discord numbers pop up, and I was like, okay, that's cool.
Exactly.
That's fine, I guess.
The last technical step is to
That's
connect
cool,
the
I guess.
various wires.
Wait, what if we did? I'm trying to do like a cool like
Workers conduct a seal test.
dynamic studio
They
trigger
flush each tub with
pose.
water to check for leaks. In this portable dishwasher, workers install cement blocks as a counterweight so that the washer won't tip forward when you open the door. And because a portable usually sits in full view, it also needs sides and a top. The top is decorative laminate on medium density fiberboard. They screw it to what's called the wrapper, a 3-sided panel made of painted steel that covers the sides and back. A clean look to go with your clean dishes. It was an American nurse's sensitivity to an antiseptic that led to the development of medical rubber gloves.
Malt stares at the streamers knowingly. Paraphrasing, to be an artist, you have to become some kind of pervert. It doesn't matter which any will work.
The chief of surgery
Literally.
This previously an unspoken rule, now a very clearly and loudly spoken rule.
Around the world, healing
Yes,
hands wear
you do
rubber
have to be a
gloves
pervert.
to stop the spread of germs and save lives. To make them, they need a lot of hands.
You need to be a
The kind
pervert,
made
and
from
more
ceramic
importantly,
or
you need to
aluminum.
like.
They'll serve as molds.
You need to not be afraid of being a pervert. That's the most important thing.
First,
True, it
from
is
the last
true.
rubber glove production.
Because what is an artist if not a freak?
True.
And then in bleach. They must remove every speck of residue because even the smallest contaminant could lodge in the latex rubber gloves and create holes. Leaving the bleach, the ceramic hands twirl into round revolving brushes. Their bristles scour the surface and the hard to reach
I like
areas
something
between
going
the
on here. I
ceramic
don't know what
fingers.
yet, but something. There's some sort of cool pose happening right now.
After this thorough scrubbing, the hand molds dive into a tub of hot water. It's the last cleaning before production begins. As they exit the tub, the hands swivel on the rail carrier to drip dry. Still slightly damp and spinning, the hand molds head into a chemical bath, which forms a film on the surface. It's a critical coating because liquid rubber won't adhere to bare ceramic, but it will to this substance. The ceramic molds now reach into warm liquid rubber, which has been enhanced for extra strength. The liquid rubber reacts with the chemical coating on the hands and becomes gel-like. Coated with the rubber gel, the hands spin to shake off any drops
Yeah.
as they head into an oven.
Can I call them freaks affectionate?
Yeah.
Under intense heat, the rubber dries to the hand.
That's
form.
why I don't
It
draw.
also undergoes a chemical process
Mal-
called vulcanization that makes
There's
rubber
never
stronger
mind.
and elastic.
You know what? Never mind. I'm gonna choose. I said at the
After
start of
the
stream
wash
I'm gonna
and
try
dry,
and be nicer
the
to people
gloves
today,
spin
and I'm gonna
through
choose to be
brushes,
nicer.
which roll up the cuffs. This cuff roll, called the bead, has a specific purpose. It makes it easier.
A very
to keep rubber
active
gloves
decision.
hold.
Especially against this guy.
Workers grab
Let's
the
just
gloves
put- let's
by the
just put it
beads to
that
peel them
way.
off the ceramic forms. These particular medical gloves were molded from synthetic rubber for people who can't wear natural latex rubber due to allergies. These synthetic rubber gloves are a bit stickier than the natural latex ones, and they must be removed by hand. However, the natural latex gloves come off much more easily. Bursts of pressurized air blow these gloves off the ceramic forms. At a test station, a worker now stretches and inflates each medical glove to check for weak spots and holes. Even a pinhole leak would be cause for rejection. Next, they take a sample glove from every batch and pump water into it, again checking for leaks. If the sample glove is watertight, they approve the entire batch for shipment. They color code gloves for strength.
Did you do
These
it?
orange cleaning gloves are thick and reusable.
Yeah.
Others, like the medical gloves,
This is literally
and
peak.
disposable.
It's literally peak.
Each
How did
rubber
you do that?
formulation is customized for color,
I don't
strength,
know.
and other characteristics.
Actually,
It has taken a lot of fake hands and real ones to make rubber gloves, and it all happens very fast. They manufacture 200 rubber gloves a minute at this factory. That's about 12,000 gloves per hour. They pack them up in batches of 100. A cornstarch solution applied earlier keeps them from sticking together in the box. Later, that starch will also act as a lubricant to allow the gloves to slide easily onto hands. And with all that, these rubber gloves are ready to protect the public.
Before refrigeration, people stored foods in underground cellars or shacks filled with snow and ice. Then in the early 1900s, a French inventor developed the first machine to cool and preserve foods at home.
damn.
The modern refrigerator
This
comes
kind
in
of reminds me of
countless
the
styles,
food that built
sizes,
America.
and colors. Manufacturing begins with coiled sheets of steel. Just one of these coils produces hundreds of fridge exteriors.
I'm
The
trying to
interiors
remember what
are
an
made from
actual
most
hyena
resistant
looks like.
aluminum, lined with an acrylic shell. A shearing machine slices the steel into pieces for the exterior top, back, and sides.
Okay, I have
Then,
I
each
have
one goes into a
an idea
computerized
in my
punch press
brain
that
for what
makes
I
the
want
holes
to do.
for running various
I
wires.
just have to try and figure out how to do it.
A brake press forces the steel against a forming die to create edges. Next, workers
Trying to
place
do
the
like a
pieces of
crazy
the
perspective
refrigerator's
thing.
outer shell in an assembly jig which holds them firmly together.
Wait,
Now for the
actually,
fridge's interior. A vacuum forming machine heats a sheet of plastic and shapes it against an aluminum mold. Then, a
Guess I could
router
do something
carves
cool
off
like
all
this
the excess
also.
plastic. The freezer half of the refrigerator slides perfectly into the metal outer shell, and the fridge side follows. Copper tubes filled with heated gas are laid along the outer edge where the door contacts the fridge. The gas prevents moisture buildup. A pre-cut face frame goes onto the assembly.
these are cool,
Then,
crazy
foam is
pose.
injected
I
into
would
the
feel like you're
cavity
cool,
between the
crazy
interior
anime
and exterior
pose.
shells. This foam not only insulates the
What are you
refrigerator,
doing? No
but gives it
idea.
structural rigidity as well.
You're doing some crazy anime shit. That's what's going on.
This evaporator plays a key role in keeping things cool. It draws the heat out of the freezer and its contents.
Would you mind if I made this my icon when you're done with it? I mean,
The
you
electrical
can,
control
but
panel
it's,
goes
you
into
know,
place.
it's very sketchy.
It connects to a maze of wires.
Not
and
like
eventually
the act
a
of you making it your
microprocessor.
icon, just like the drawing itself
With the
is
freezer
very
side
sketchy.
almost complete, the fridge side gets its evaporator. Next comes the refrigerator doors. Two compressors pump fluid and gas through the various tubes inside.
Okay, now I have to
This
figure out what's going
component,
on
called
with
the
your head.
radiator, dissipates the heat collected from the food. Workers attach the expansion valves. These allow the pressurized liquid coolant to expand into a cold gas that circulates through the refrigerator's tubes. Copper tubes are soldered to the compressor. Later, they'll be filled with refrigerant. Temporary quick connect valves allow the system to be charged with inert gas to check for any leaks. The fill hoses are connected and the gas flows in. Inspectors use this wand
I
to
got
check
some-
the tubes for escaping gas.
Got some
If there's a
cool
leak,
hoops
the
going
gauge
on
spikes
over
out
here.
of the specified range. Refrigeration occurs as cold gas in the evaporator coils pulls heat energy from inside the fridge. The compressor then
The
changes
the
gas
grok,
into
is this
water,
true?
while the radiator
Bit always
dissipates
kills
electric
me.
heat. The
Grok, is
expansion
this
valve
true?
turns the liquid back into a cold gas, and the cycle repeats. With a charging gun, workers inject refrigerant gas into each tube, then weld the ends of the tubes shut. Now for the finishing touches, starting with the refrigerator handles. Drawers for fruits and vegetables slide right in. So do the rest of the pre-made shelves and compartments. Finally, an adhesive logo goes onto the door. Built-in, standalone, double door, or traditional, the refrigerator keeps our food fresh and cool.
I know this is like fucking nothing. This is
Front-load
extremely
washing
hard
machines
to like
use
parse
far
because
less
it's just a bunch
water
of
than
lines.
standard
But like,
washers. They're gentler on clothes
this might be kind of
because
cool
there's
if
no
you squint your
agitator
eyes
in the
and
middle
look
of
at
the
it.
drum, and the spin speed is usually about
me try and clean
20%
it up a little
faster
bit.
than the standard top-load machine, so the clothes come out of the wash drier. With gravity helping tumble the laundry, a front-load washer is gentler on clothes while using less water. Its design can also accommodate a larger capacity drum, so you can do bigger loads. The washer's cabinet is made of steel. A
whoa!
washing machine is routinely exposed
Whoa!
to moisture,
Hey!
so they use
What are we
galvanized
watching?
steel,
What?
which doesn't rust. The cabinet base is
What the
comprised of 4
fuck?
pieces, which together provide more
Yeah, I'll do it.
structural
I'll just-
strength than would a single piece.
Just get rid of
Workers
everything
install
here,
4
and I'll just
screw-in rubber
redraw.
feet, which are height adjustable, to level the washer on an uneven floor. Next, the 2 side panels, already stamped to the required shape in a press and coated with baked-on paint. This automated machine installs brackets on the inner side for mounting components later on. The next automated machine attaches the side panels to the cabinet. Rather than welding the edges, which would
This
ruin
is
the paint finish,
so fucking
the machine's
cool. Do
punch
you think
tools
so?
mechanically lock them to the base.
I'm like,
A robot then
I'm half and
transfers
half
the
about
cabinet to
it.
the assembly line, where workers connect the
It's,
side
like,
panels
too late to
with
go
a
back,
structural support bracket that has the power cord installed on it. Workers prepare the rear portion of the machine's 2-piece plastic tub. First, a robot mounts a steel bearing on a press. The press then forces the bearing into the hole at the bottom of the inside of the tub. Then the same process, but on the outside of the tub. This pair of bearings seals the hole to prevent leaks and enables the stainless steel wash drum to spin. To counterbalance the spinning load, they weigh the front of the drum with a plastic ring containing
it's like
heavy
a,
steel
it's like a
balls
cool, it's like an
suspended
action,
in
it's
fluid.
like a cool action pose.
Then they insert the shaft at the base of the drum into the tub's bearings and cover the top of the drum with the front section of the tub. It has a rubber gasket, called a bellow, to form a leak-proof seal around the drum. After welding the tub sections together, they mount the washer's motor to the rear. It's a stator-rotor motor. The electric current travels through the coiled copper wires of the motor's stator, generating pulses of electricity. Those pulses push on magnets lining the motor's rotor, positioned on top.
I like when they
The
rhyme.
magnets repel the pulses.
The motor's
and
rotor.
this repeated pulse repelling
The
drives
master
the drum in
blaster.
the direction and speed required. Next, they install a drain hose on the side of the tub, attaching it with a retainer clip. They bolt a piece of concrete to either side of the drum opening to counterbalance the weight of the motor on the back. Then turn the now complete wash unit on its side and install it in the cabinet. Then they mount the drain pump in the cabinet base and connect its wiring. The pump's job is to remove dirty water from the tub. They install 4 shock absorbers between the bottom of the wash unit and the base. These large pistons dampen much of the vibration during the wash and spin cycles. Next, the front panel. which, like the sides, is made of a stamped sheet of galvanized steel with a baked-on paint finish. They install and connect the console. It houses the machine's central control module. They pull the bellow on the drum all around the front opening to seal the perimeter. Then they secure it in place
Alright,
with a
Omega,
wire
if
retainer
you're
clip.
here still, is this like anything? Is this cool?
The hinged
to
door
you?
has a see-through plastic window. Like the rest of the machine's metal parts,
Is-
the door
is this a
panels
hit
and
or is it
hardware
shit?
attaching it are also made of galvanized steel. The
Is this
back
rad
panel
or is it
left unpainted.
sad?
After feeding the power cord through its hole,
Is
the
it
workers
peak
screw
or
the
is it
panel to the
bleak?
rest of the
Oh,
cabinet.
that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Wow.
Then they complete the cabinet with the top panel, which has the baked-on paint finish.
Well, now I'm trying to
The
think
front-load
of
washing
more.
machine is now all set to do the dirty work.
Is it
Down is the term for belly.
Is
fillers
it
of
great,
waterfowl,
or
primarily
would you
ducks and
berate?
geese. Males are locked in that create micro-sized air pockets. Down works
Does it
often like a
fuck or
scuba
does it
diver's
suck?
wetsuit.
Whoa, that's
It absorbs the
huge.
trapped air, and the warm air then insulates the bird against the cold water.
This is rad. Oh, well, I'm glad you think it's rad.
Stem from which the fibers emanate.
I'll consider
Down
that
is
a
more
win
lightweight,
then.
and its fibers are in clusters. Bags of plumage from waterfowl farms arrive at the feather and down processing factory. The first step is
Badass.
to separate the down from the feathers. A vacuum hose sucks everything up into a sorting machine that has 4 air chambers side
Wow.
by side. In the first one, the air blows everything upward. The heaviest feathers rise just part way, while the lighter plumage floats through
Wow,
a
this is-
into the next chamber.
This
Same
was
air sorting
fun.
process there.
This
Heavier
is fun.
stays,
We're still
lighter
going.
moves
This is
on.
fun.
Yeah, this is fun.
Until there's only pure down
I'm
in the
greedy.
fourth
Let
and
me
final
donate
chamber.
some more. You really don't have to.
A vacuum hose
You
then
super
transfers the
duper
down
don't
to
have
the
to.
cleaning machines.
That's.
First,
Is it
agitation
lobster or
and
is it
suction remove any
mobster
dirt
is
trapped
funny,
inside
but
the
it's
fibers.
definitely a -2.
Then, a
But it
thick
is
layer of
really
water
funny.
washed with soap kills bacteria. A degreaser strips the natural oils that coat the down fibers. And the last rinse cycle applies an antibacterial, antifungal treatment. The next machine spins the down to remove the water. When the down comes out, it's still a bit damp. A robotic machine called the picker gathers small batches at a time and loads them into a steam dryer. After processing, the factory's lab tests a sample from each batch for cleanliness. Technicians also evaluate loft, the technical term for filling power. The
Well,
higher
thank
the
you,
loft,
Mockroach,
better
for the
down will
10.
insulate.
Thank you for the
Okay, this
10.
one's for
They
Tyler.
measure
I
how
need
much
you to
space
draw
the
this
sample
sheet.
fills. If the down meets specifications, the factory
Draw this
bags the
sheep?
batch for shipping to the duvet factory.
Is it the same sheep? The one you
First
submitted
stop
earlier?
there, a holding tank.
Hold
A
on.
programmable filling machine extracts a specific
I'm
amount
gonna.
of down and transfers it to a canister.
So let me get my
Next,
one
the
little.
worker shoots the canisters
I really
contents
like,
into a
is it
glazed
crab or
barrel
is
shell.
it
To keep the dough
crab?
evenly distributed throughout the duvet, the shell is sewn into sections called boxes. Emptying one tube at a time, they fill one box at a time. Air pressure piles all the down at one end of the box, but it'll get spread out later in the process. The open ends of each row are temporarily closed with a plastic clip. Then, when all the boxes are filled, it's off to the sewing department. There, seamstresses stitch the open ends closed and sew on labels and washing instructions. A light
Here's
table allows
footage
them
of
to see
me
the down
carrying
within
all
each
my
box.
boxes.
Then they spread it out evenly using, of all things, badminton rackets. The 100% cotton shell has gone through a high-pressure treatment to fuse its fibers so that no down can poke through. The factory also stuffs bedding items with feathers. Back at the processing factory, feathers go through the same
So
post-washing
round
tests
out
as
the
the
canvas
down.
a little bit more.
To measure cleanliness, lab technicians soak a sample from each batch in distilled
Different
water.
sheep. Okay.
Then they strain the
I
water.
will do this. I will do
Mix
this
it with
one.
sulfuric acid,
We're
You can
already
do this.
and
we're at
add
an
the
hour and a
potassium
half.
compound. They analyze the
So
What?
to gauge
I know,
the
right?
oxygen content.
I know,
If the
right?
oxygen level's under 10,
So I think
the
for the
feathers are
sake
clean enough to
of
ship to the duvet factory.
making sure we stick to
There,
our
the
2-hour
feather
time
filling
frame,
process
because
is
I do
just
still
like
have
the
some more
down
packing
filling
I need to
process,
do.
only with bigger canisters and blowing nozzles to accommodate the larger
We just
feathers
got
and
2
larger
more,
fabric
so I'm gonna
shells.
go ahead and say it is closed
Feathers
now.
are heavier than down.
Right,
Less
yeah.
insulating
It is
power.
now closed, because I
they're
think
more
that gives us
affordable.
each.
Down is only found in the
One
bird's
more.
belly, and that scarcity makes it expensive.
You're going
That
crazy with this
explains
one.
why high-end bedding contains
I'm having
100% down,
fun.
while the
Yay!
rest contains either a down and feather mix
Team
or
or a
feather alone.
long gone
When
dream.
it comes to getting a cozy night's sleep, there's no
Whoa.
downside to any of those options.
The earliest windows
Close
were
the
merely
channel?
holes cut into the walls. People living in warm climates left them uncovered, while people in harsher climates used animal skins to keep the cold
How do
out.
I
In the Far
do
East,
that?
people covered the
How do I
opening with
close
paper.
a channel?
Then came glass panes in sashes that swung in or out.
Well, I
or
can't
hung
can't
one
close
above
it
the other.
because I need the reference images that are in there. Bust or rust?
This type of window is called a casement
Is it
window.
duck
A crack
sick?
mechanism
Or
opens
does
at
it
an
suck
angle.
dick? No, 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 no.
To
no,
build the
no.
window, the factory begins
No,
with 16
no,
and a
no,
half
no,
foot
no,
lengths
no,
of
no,
extruded
no.
PVC, a type of plastic.
None of that. None of that.
Slabs hold the PVC
None of
steady.
that.
A computer-guided circular saw cuts the sizes required for the frame.
All right.
The same
Here we
machine
go.
also cuts the pieces for the sash, the inner frame around the glass. Each frame is made from 4 pieces whose ends are mitered
You can just
at a
make it so
45
people don't
degree
send
angle.
anymore in there. Well, what if nobody sends in there anymore, and that it's just we understand each other that you don't send anything in there anymore? Because
Now,
I don't know how
workers
Discord
load
works,
pieces onto a
so
computer-guided welding machine. 8 because it
damn.
welds 2
At
frames
least
at a
this
time.
character goes fucking
First, a heating pot, whose
crazy.
temperature is
Just
446
put a
degrees
message in
Fahrenheit,
there like,
heats the
oh, hang
ends.
on, let me do it.
Then the machine
Oh, okay.
pushes them together.
You're so
The
smart.
fuse forming the frame's 4 corners.
You're so effing
Here's
smart.
the same process viewed from above. As the melted ends bond under pressure,
Is it
excess
absolute
PVC
cinema
oozes out at the
or
joints, then hardens. The next machine will clean that up.
Yeah, I got nothing.
A robot reads the profile of
No
the
more
specific
sending.
frame.
Closed.
Then it uses one of several
Here, I'll make it
techniques to
official,
cut
And then
too.
the
excess
spider.
off the corners. From the frame to another area to receive hinges. Meanwhile, workers cut the glass to size. They start with a huge sheet measuring about
Cool.
6.5
Okay.
feet by 10 feet. It's very heavy, about 200 pounds. So they lay it on a specially designed table. A blower sends up air through tiny holes. This floats the glass.
Is
just
this an
above the
epic
surface,
win, or
making it
should
easy
you
to move
pack
around.
it in? Ooh, 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 ooh.
They score the glass using a sharp.
Is it
carbide
one
cutting
for the
tool.
books?
This window will have what's
Or
called
is
a
it
thermopane,
Chopsocky
2 panes
Chucks?
of glass with argon gas in between for insulation. One of the panes has a transparent.
That's a
metallic coating
deep
to
cut.
reflect
You
the
had
heat
to
back into the house.
be a 5 a.m. Cartoon
The
Network
other strip of
watcher
silicone foam
for
around
that
the
one.
perimeter of the first pane, notching it for a good fit around the corners. The foam is covered in
No, Malt.
polyethylene
No,
to
no.
prevent the gas from leaking through. This strip is
Absolutely not.
creating a gap between the 2 panes that's just over a ½ inch wide. That's where the gas will go. They cut a hole at the top of the spacer and another at the bottom. You'll see why shortly. This window features decorative grid work called Muntin bars.
Okay, Elise, I have a question
Between the 2 panes.
about the
A worker
character.
lays the bars onto the first
I
pane,
see
then
in the
uses
ref
this
sheet
guide to line them up perfectly straight.
behind their hair They have
Then
what
she puts
appears
the
to be
second
an
thing on
object
top
resembling a
and sticks
crescent
to the
moon.
exposed adhesive edge of the
Is that
spacer.
like a physical, tangible object that they can
Now
control
the double
at
pane
will, or
glass
is
goes
that
through a
in a
press
fixed
whose
position
rollers
where
apply
it is?
pressure to ensure a strong and thorough bond to the spacer. After the
Chopsocky
glass
Chooks
exits the
were,
press,
or while you were
workers
sick
pump
and you
an
couldn't do
argon
anything but
gas
lay there
through the
tolerating it
hole
with a
at the
clouded,
bottom of the
diseased
spacer.
mind.
The speed
That's how I
pressure
felt about that
slows.
show,
If they pump
and
it in too
Hero
fast,
108,
it'll mix with
and
the air
Skunk
in
Fu,
between the panes,
and Johnny
rather than
Test.
push it through the hole at the top of the spacer.
That is a physical object, he can move it
After
around?
closing the
Okay,
holes,
awesome.
They coat the spacer in a
Skunk
polyurethane sealant.
Fu.
This makes the thermopane completely airtight.
Skunk Fu was like...
Now it's ready to go in the sash.
How do you feel about Skunk Fu before I say anything?
I don't know. I had totally forgotten about it until now. I did not like our
Here's
main
the PVC
Smunk's
called the
design.
stop holds it there.
You didn't like
They
the
snap
big
it in
red
place
nose?
using a roller.
That was like an Isaac show, right? That was like a gross,
Little
disgusting
PVC
fucking
cement to
fart
seal off
show,
any
because they
minuscule
just
gaps
fart
in
all
the
the
corner.
time.
Oh
so
my
it's a stunt.
god!
The sash goes out the
Right?
window
Or am I
frame.
crazy?
Their respective hinge parts simply snap together. The last step is to snap the frame's crank arm onto the sash.
I don't remember. I think I just blocked all that out of my memory.
Twist, thank you for
Best
the...
of luck with your apartment, bestie. Sorry I couldn't donate more.
Oh,
I hope
don't
this
worry
helps
about it.
regardless.
Don't worry about it, seriously, it's fine.
Paper towels were being
I
mass
appreciate
marketed.
you
Today, a paper
even
towel
feeling
roll
the
is
need to
such a
send
staple
anything
in
at
the
all.
kitchen that an
But you really
attractive
don't
holder
have to,
for
by
it
the
is a
way.
must. A paper towel always comes in handy to soak up a spill, clean a surface, or simply dry wet hands.
Hop off the
Pattern is
goat,
not just
Skunk Fu.
decoration.
Now,
It
if we're
actually
talking
makes the
about
towel
the
more
goat,
absorbent by
I
creating
will
liquid suctioning
actually
empty
defend
spaces
Hero
in between
108.
the towel's two layers called plies.
That show is
This
sick.
brand is made
Dude,
from
the
100%
lady,
recycled
she like
fibers,
fought with her tongue
primarily
and she had the
white
cool
paper
hat.
obtained from office
She had like the
waste.
big baggy pants. That design was
The paper
fucking
goes into
peak.
a large machine called the pulper,
If
which
anyone
breaks it
can
up into fibers.
grab
Then
that
blends those fibers with
character
water
name for
to
me.
produce a mushy substance called pulp. A built-in filter removes all the non-paper materials such as plastic windows from envelopes and staples. The next machine removes the ink by injecting the pulp with air. The ink detaches from the pulp fibers and clings to the air bubbles, which rise to the top and drain off. The pulp goes through a press, which with a series of rollers, squeezes out the water.
The name? Mystique Sonia? Whoa. Baller name too.
Then breaks up the pulp and moves it to the next station, which whitens it with a peroxide-based bleaching agent. Then rinses it thoroughly with clean water. Next, and this is off limits to the camera for competitive reasons, they apply a chemical wet strength agent.
Whoa. They can't show it because
Nearly
of
8 feet wide.
no compete?
The wet strength
That's
agent, as the
crazy.
term suggests, keeps the paper towel intact when
Here, I'll
wet.
go ahead and fix this up
Without
a
this
little bit.
fortifying
This is a
treatment,
little bit more
paper
like...
towels would be as fragile as toilet paper. After forming the paper, the machine winds it up into giant rolls. These rolls will feed the converting line, the automated stations which transform the paper into paper towels. Two rolls feed the line simultaneously, each providing one ply of the two-ply paper towel. But before the plies hit the converting line, the factory's quality control lab analyzes samples in both the wet and dry state. The testing machine pulls both ends of the sample until it tears, measuring whether the paper meets strength specifications. On the converting line, one ply travels under an embossing roller, which presses a textured design onto the paper. Another roller then applies a thin coat of glue onto the raised portions of the pattern. The next station lays
Are
the
you just gonna
embossed
try
glue
and do like
on
a
top of
super
the
quick
second still
nonchalant
front line.
100 roll? You're crazy.
Then
Sorry.
a fine-toothed knife cuts the perforated lines. which will separate the individual sheets on the paper towel roll. The next machine winds 100 sheets around a cardboard tube. That's the length of one paper towel roll.
Actually, I have an idea for the hair.
A machine called the accumulator
Oh,
transports
one
these logs, as
second.
they're called, to the cutting station, where every 10 inches, a rotating circular saw slices through 4 logs simultaneously. This divides each log into a dozen finished paper towel rolls. The next station groups the rolls for packaging, either by 6 or by 12. The packaging machine encases the grouped rolls in printed plastic,
Hello.
then heat seals the wrapping closed.
Hello. Hello.
Paper towel consumption is highest in North America.
That checks
Factories
out.
produce 50 trillion rolls per year.
50 trillion rolls?
The first clothespin was invented in the early 1800s by the Shakers. It was a cylindrical piece of wood with a vertical notch cut into the bottom. In 1853, an
Okay.
American inventor patented a spring-loaded
Here's
two-piece
this sheet
lever
like
clothespin.
sitting on
That's the type still
the
produced
moon.
today,
Hopefully this is
plastic
like
and
cool
wood.
before I start going to color it.
This Czech company makes clothespins out of beech wood. Beech is ideal because it's hard and durable. When the logs arrive at the factory, an automated bandsaw slices each one laterally into 2.8-inch thick planks. Wood is naturally damp, so it's critical to dry the planks.
Okay.
Otherwise, clothespins made from them would repeatedly expand and contract with temperature changes and eventually crack. First, the planks air dry outdoors for about 7 months until their moisture level drops to 20%. Then the planks go into a kiln for 3 or 4 weeks to bring the moisture level down to between 8 and 10%. The wood now stable, workers cut the planks into shorter, more manageable lengths. Then into 2.5 by 2.5 inch blocks. Next, they feed the blocks into a cutting machine. Its 4 circular blades simultaneously saw through each block, cutting it into 5 pieces. Each piece is 4/10 of an inch thick.
I'm emulating.
As
I'm trying
these
to
thin
emulate
pieces exit the
star
machine,
effects.
workers inspect them. Any pieces with
But it
holes
kind of
or
just
other
looks like little
flaws are
white
removed
dots.
and sold to a factory that makes mousetraps. The pieces which pass inspection go into an automated milling machine. It cuts each piece into 4 smaller pieces. Then, in each smaller piece, carves the shape of a clothespin clip on the front and a notch in the back. So each thin piece of wood has gone from this, to this, to this. The notch on the back will hold the
Doodle
spring
Bros
that
pulled
makes
off
2
another
clips and
successful
produces the
job.
tension they
Hell
need to
yeah.
grip.
Yippee.
That's what I like to hear.
The next machine saws 4 lines down each piece, cutting it into 5 identical clips. Before and after. All that cutting leaves rough, splintered edges, so workers now load the clips into a sanding barrel. As the barrel revolves, the clips rub against each other, the abrasion gradually smoothing the rough wood. Workers also place a piece of wax amid the clips. As the barrel turns, particles rub off and coat the wood, making it even smoother. Meanwhile, another automated machine makes the springs out of 5/100 of an inch thick iron wire. The wire has a zinc coating on it to prevent rust. Watch in slow motion how the machine twists the wire 7 times to make the coil portion of the spring, then bends the ends to make the part that fits into the notch. With all the parts ready to go, it's assembly time. Workers load clips and springs into separate chutes of the assembly machine. As each spring drops down, a mechanical finger
Awesome.
pushes the end aside to clear the way for a pair of clips to encase the coil. Then it releases the end of the spring into the clip notches. The machine does
Cool.
all this at a rate of 8,000 clothespins per hour. The finished clothespins drop onto a conveyor belt that transports them to the next machine, which groups them by the dozen. From there, it's off to the packaging machine, which is preset to assemble a specific
Nice.
retail format.
Nicely
This
done.
is a 36 count package, so they've set the machine to stack
Dude,
2,000
Doodle
clothes
Bros, Doodle done.
After placing a paper label on top, the machine shrink wraps the package.
Wow. Awesome sauce.
Clothespins may be rather ordinary products, but their reputation is always on
Damn.
the line.
Look at that spread, Chaya. Hell yeah. You did some crazy cool shit tonight.
Angustifolia might sound like a name of an ancient Roman emperor,
So
but
fun.
it's actually
This is
a science
super, super
term for
fun.
lavender plant. The leaves and striking blue petals of this aromatic flowering shrub
I love
are
chewing
used
knives.
to make lavender essential oil, an ingredient in
Wow.
many health and beauty products.
Well, see, this worked out perfectly
Lavender
because
essential oil
right
has
before stream I did
antiviral,
pack the mister
antibacterial,
away
and
already, so
anti-inflammatory
Zelda wasn't gonna
properties.
happen anyways.
No wonder it's long been a
I'm
natural
glad we came up
remedy
with
for
something
many
else to do.
ailments. And with its flowery fragrance
Alright, I'm
and
gonna go ahead
relaxing
and
effects, it's a
delete
common
the
ingredient in
Doodle Hub
lotions,
channel.
soaps, and bath oils. Lavender is a perennial
Baller.
plant that
Let
begins
me,
flowering in its second year. Harvest
How
time
big is your
in
final
native
crop
form is in
gonna be?
July, at the peak of the first bloom.
Uh,
There's a second bloom after.
I don't know.
Not significant
I don't
enough to
think I'm
warrant
gonna
another
change my
harvest.
size at all. I think I'm just gonna
Weeds like to grow at the base of
crop it
lavender
where it
plants,
is,
siphoning
and then
off
post
water
it.
and important soil nutrients. So
Mhm.
between May and September,
I think I have to do a
those
bit more
weeds are
rearranging
filled
so that everything
natural.
fits nicely.
The weeding machine lifts the lavender stems out of the way, then blasts the weeds around the base with
Ew.
hot steam.
Clodier asks, would it be fine to use the Typhlosion pic I got as a profile picture?
To determine the right time to
Yes.
harvest, the producer looks at the quantity of blooms and the color of the
Okay.
flowers.
You're not allowed to, actually,
They
if
should be
I
perfectly
ended up
on
drawing
the
something
verge
for
of
you, you're
turning
not allowed to
grayish
look
brown.
at it after I post
The
them.
producer
You're not
also
allowed to do
crushes a
anything
few
with it.
petals
In
to see
fact,
how much
you're like
comes
deleting
out.
it and deleting the file and deleting the stream. And
The
Yep,
harvester is
yep.
specially designed for
This
cutting
stream's
lavender.
going. It's gone forever.
Like a stylist cutting hair, it pulls the stem straight up, then snips near the base.
I will delete it and delete my account. Well, that's... I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that part
The
would...
cut stems,
help
about 15
at all.
inches long, fall onto a conveyor
Dude, the
belt,
Typhlosion
which
is
moves
fucking
them into a
awesome.
tray.
I like it.
Workers manually
The little
transfer
hands.
The
lavender
little
to the harvester's
hands.
trailer. When the trailer is full,
I also really like how you
delivers its
did the
load to
flames
the
here.
on-site distillery.
Like a
Hmm,
lot.
thank you.
Workers
Like
load
a
the
lot.
lavender into a still, a large stainless steel vessel typically used to produce alcoholic spirits.
There are explosions under Tyler's house rigged to go off when the
They
stream ends.
compact as much lavender as possible into
That
the
would
still
suck.
to prevent the formation of air pockets.
That's what I'm saying
Less
to
air,
you.
the
Chaya
greater
just
the
kind of
oil
cooks.
Yay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's peen. It is peen.
Wow.
Once
Damn.
the still is
Well,
stuffed to compacted
we have like
capacity,
15
they
minutes
close it
left.
tightly
What
and
should we
start
do?
up an oil-fired boiler. The
I didn't
boiler
think this
heats
far.
water
I don't
into
know.
True.
steam,
Do we
which
just
they then
redraw?
inject into the bottom of the still at very low pressure.
No, I don't want to draw ever again.
The steam slowly rises to the top of the still, heating the lavender along the way.
This is a
Continue
really
to
tough
steam for
question.
another half hour or
Open
so.
for more
This
submissions?
burst of
Smile?
brains is used primarily
I just
for
deleted the
gas,
channel. That would be
releasing the
crazy.
oil.
No, I think we're good. Do Tall Man Run? Oh, hell
Cold
yeah. Uh-huh. Che, you definitely can free draw if you want. I'm not gonna say you can't draw. But, like,
Okay.
I'm about to do something crazy. About to do something fucking awesome.
Oh, where are we gonna post these, by the way? In the server?
I figured we could just do, like, the art channel, and then we can pin them.
Yay!
Where is... There we go. Okay. Tall Man Run. Watch a YouTube poop. Are there even... Are there... Are there,
YouTube poop, you say?
are there good YouTube poops right now?
A YouTube poop, you say?
Did you make me a sandwich? Impossibly thin. There we go. Let me go a little bit wider. What is this? I fucking hate Tall Man Run. This game is rigged against you. Wait, just kidding. I won. That's the loudest game ever. Don't look at how many gems I have. Sorry, I thought it sounded a little bit scary with no audio, so I went to go turn it on, and then that was the worst idea ever. No, 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 no. Oh yeah, buddy. What the hell is going on? Hi Tracy, you missed the core part of the stream where we were drawing, and now I've been requested to play YouTube Interactables since we have to kill 10 minutes.
I didn't even know this was a thing.
Oh, you haven't seen the YouTube Interactables or Playables? Sorry,
No.
It's called Playables. There's a lot of
It may
these.
be over.
They keep adding way more too. And it's a bunch of mobile games that, like, all of their microtransactions are removed. So they're kind of just the game itself. Like, whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Jetpack Joyride! I played the fuck out of this on my phone. This was my life. Yeah, this is just that's what arcades are now. They're ports of mobile games. It's kind of crazy. The first time, so I went to like a family get together at a Dave and Buster's, and I saw they had a Fruit Ninja machine. It's like, oh, this is it, huh? Because it's nothing.
It's over.
It's just a screen with a giant sign that says Fruit Ninja. Because it's, Fruit Ninja. If this has no microtransactions, can you just boost yourself for free? I think you still have to use the coins. Yeah, no, you can't escape the Fruit Ninja machines. They're probably, I have to assume they're probably pretty cheap to buy. But there's also, like, there's Crossy Roads machines. There's a million rip-off, like, Flappy Bird machines. Dave & Buster's sucks because of this. Yeah, I used to love Dave & Buster's, and then they got rid of every single game I liked to put in more mobile games.
I love the way the Crossy Road machine looks. But it's like, why would I want to play Crossy Road in a way that's like 100 times more uncomfortable?
Seriously, that you also have to pay for every time you play.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, there are some cool new arcade machines. Like, Raw Thrills makes some pretty okay stuff. Birdly Deltarune would be like, no. Da, 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 da. That was, wow. I hope that played on stream exactly how I heard it on my mic or on my headphones. 'Cause that was awesome. Anyone play Castlevania Marbles lately? The last time I went to an arcade, I really did think about it. I decided against it, though. If I get sucked into that game again, it's over. Oh, okay, I'm dead.
Alas.
Are you sure you want to exit the game? I guess. I didn't even click that. Emoji puzzle? Okay, here we go. True
No
test
way.
of intelligence right here. Apparently I'm already on level 6. I've played a lot of these. What the? I'm baby. I'm 60% baby.
That's awesome.
I like, come on, man. When do I get to not be baby? Like, awesome. It's the closest thing we have to addictinggames.com now. Is Addicting Games still up, or is that like
Oh my
done?
goodness.
Speak not the vampire's name, lest it lure in more victims. Here's the
God
thing.
up.
Here's the thing. If you're going to the arcade to farm for... Okay, sorry, I actually had to think about that one. Maybe I am baby. If you're going to farm for tickets and points, holy shit, I'm done. 140 levels? Coin pushers and marble pushers are probably your best bet. Alright, we have 3 more minutes. What could we play for 3 minutes? Dude, there's so fucking many of these. Oh. Running Pet. Ooh, Scooter Extreme. That sounds fun. Tyler, I haven't been to the streams for a while. Why are you playing games on YouTube? Well, you see, Kimbo, when you specifically don't show up to the streams for a while, this is what happens. You need to show up more. Beware of cars. Oops. Oh. I see. I thought that would be more climactic. Hold to flip in the air. Oh, yeah. Press to activate Nitro? Wait, this might be peak. See, this is why I hate games like this. This would be an extremely fun game to play with a bunch of real people. But all of the YouTube games give you fake people. It's always fake people because they're not hooked up to any servers. So you're always just playing fake people. Uh-oh. Do they have Subway Surfers? They have to have Subway Surfers, right? They have Trivia Crack.
Please.
They have Words of Wonders! Oh, yeah. That's my favorite ad to play every time I get it. Here's Running Pet. This might be their Subway Surfer. Hold on. We'll check this one out and then we'll leave. Tap to play. Oh, yeah. Oh, this is a... Oh, keyboard game? Oh, it's awesome. It's actually awesome. I'm fucked. I'm just gonna play this all the time. Fuck the bazaar. Okay. Me when I'm cheating? Are you serious right now? Thanks for the sketches. You're welcome. Thank you for your generous donations, and thank you for coming.
It was so much fun. Like, genuinely, actually.
I'm glad you had fun. I am glad you really had fun. Is the sketch part of the stream done? Yeah. Sorry. This is like we have mere seconds left of the stream and we're killing time now. I'm just going until I die, but then again, this is a game made for babies, so who knows how long that will take. He's goated? Wait. He's goated? Oh, yeah. Hey, these aren't baby games, okay? These are real games for real gamers. High score complete, too? Oh, man. We're so back. Does anybody know if that Sonic Infinite Running game is still up on the App Store? Because I played a lot of that. I played until I unlocked Big. Chia, I don't think I'm gonna die ever.
We gotta get out of here.
We gotta get out of here.
Let's get the hell out of here.
I want to die, but I don't want to kill myself. Advice? Oh, that was scary. Okay, wait. Hold on. We're getting somewhere now. Wait, I hit the wall and then I got confused, but I didn't die. How do I die? How do I kill myself? Oh my god, dude.
Would you make me a sandwich?
Sonic Forces? It's not Forces though. It's
Go.
I think it's called like Sonic Dash. It was kind of like, oh shit, I'm dead. Yes! Okay. Cool. I got, oh,
Dinner.
tap here to build a room. I'm done.
Man.
I'm done. Thank you everyone so much for coming. Thank you, Chea, for participating and hanging out with me. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, it was fun. I'm surprised at how fun it was.
I'm glad.
I thought it was gonna be so scary.
Well, I'm glad to hear you had fun. I also had a lot of fun. This is something I would be down to do again at some point in the future.
Me too. Me for sure. Also.
Speaking of the future, well, actually, first, why don't you're an artist. You have links to share. Why don't you post your links?
Me.
Me. There you go. Go follow Chea on stuff.
And things.
You're gonna be really glad you did. Especially if you like old men.
Would you make me a sandwich?
And especially recently, if you like old
That's
men.
Yup. What was I say? Oh, speaking of the future. Okay. Here's what's going down. Tomorrow is Triple Wah Wednesday. We're watching Noelle play Devil May Cry. Yeah, we're watching Noelle play Pingas. Oh, cool! You get to see the screen share now. Look at Chea's cool Discord icon. That's gonna happen tomorrow, and then yeah, after that, I'm kind of just moving. We should have internet. Bevy went ahead and did the internet setup. Everything should be set up on the day that we move in. So, depending on how the moving process goes, if I'm like settled in enough on the weekend, I might do a little test stream
Excited.
and just see how stuff goes. But for now, I'm just going to do some more packing. So let's rifle through plugs. I will one more time seriously say thank you, everyone, so much for your extremely generous donations. And I'm glad everybody likes the art.
You'll be moved
I know.
by the next time I see you. Damn.
I know. It's crazy. It's still, like, it hasn't hit me yet that I will be in a different location in a matter of, like, 2 days. It has not hit me.
Damn.
It's kind of scary a little bit. However, based on our apartment number, I think we're on the ground floor, which makes moving extremely easy.
Oh, goodness.
The hardest part, the part that sucks the most, I'm sure everyone can relate, is I just fucking hate packing. I fucking hate packing. It sucks. That's it. That's my take on moving. Hey, there's a YouTube channel you can watch VODs. Go check that out. My lovely, wonderful friend Tia archives VODs for me over there. If you're having fun and you're new here, if you're not there yet, if you want updates on when other streams happen, normally on Tuesdays, Che and I play Zelda games. Join the Discord for stream updates. We're also going to post our canvases in there. So if you want to see the art that we did not compressed by stream, go check out the Discord. Last but not least, I didn't post about this stream just because, you know, I wanted to keep this one relatively low-key, but there's a Blue Sky.
Yeah.
Stream updates. You can follow that as well. Chea posted his links earlier. So you go up and click those. I think that's it. I think there's officially it. I'm going to go ahead and I think, yeah, Queeve is streaming, I think, Chibis Robo today. So we're going to go raid Queeven. We need a good raid message. What should our raid message be? You know, they're playing. Okay, they're playing Chibi Robo. Fuck it. You know what? Can everybody just do this? That's the raid message, is Chibis Robo. If everyone can just put Chibis Robo and then whatever their smiley emote is. Alright, the raid will happen after the outro, so make sure you stick around for that. And we'll see you tomorrow for Triple Wah Wednesday. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. I forgot to start the raid. I forgot to start the raid. I forgot to start the raid. You have to stay. Okay, I forgot to start the raid. Give it 2 seconds for the raid to start. As soon as it's ready, I'm gonna send us over there. Okay, we're going now. Bye.